In early 1689, Stephen and Elizabeth Bellamy welcomed their sixth son, Samuel. Their joy was cut short soon afterward with the unexpected passing of Elizabeth. Stephen took on the role of single parent, raising his sons himself.
Give it up, Sammy. Stop dithering and help me with the barley harvest.
Don't mind them, son. I've got sons enough to give one over to adventure. You were born for the sea.
You there. Bellamy, is it? Stop that strutting and get aboard. This is your one warning. Turn up late again and you'll get the lash.
I'm sorry, sir, but I wasn't...
Are you questioning me? Get on deck now.
Yes, sir.
Sam got his chance at adventure in the British Royal Navy, but he was quickly disillusioned by the brutality of the captain and the upper crew. He was forced to swiftly abandon his childish fantasy of becoming a hero on the high seas, but he still wanted to seek his fortune. In 1715, he arrived in Cape Cod to try his luck on a merchant vessel.
We sail tomorrow morning, quick run up the coast, and back by week's end. Here's your signing purse. You'll get your wages when we return. Now go and get some sleep. Don't let me catch you in a tavern.
It didn't take long for Sam to meet Mary Hallett in her brother's tavern, the Great Island Tavern on Billingsgate Island in Cape Cod. The daughter of a wealthy farmer, Mary had never met such a tantalizing rogue as Samuel Bellamy. For his part, Sam was captivated by her gentle nature, which filled him with a tenderness he had never known. Sam didn't find work on the merchant ships much more to his liking than he had the Navy, but he lingered in Cape Cod, unable to stay away from Mary. He was drawn to her like a moth to a flame, but he couldn't help feeling like he was meant for a greater destiny. Inevitably, he decided to ask Mary's father for her hand, but Mary's parents brutally shot Sam down. Their daughter would never marry a lowly merchant seaman.
Damn it, Bellamy. Pick yourself up, man. Are you just gonna sit there, pining for Mary and counting your pennies? Or will you come with me and see what's out on the seas and make a name for ourselves out there?
You're right, Williams. Adventure it is, then.
Sam's friend Palsgrave Williams convinced him to come to Florida. The entire Spanish treasure fleet had sunk off the coast, scattering a dazzling fortune in silver across the seafloor, valued between $400 million and $17 billion today. The coins glittered brightly in Sam and Palsgrave's minds, but they had missed their chance.
They've beaten us to it.
So, we steal from someone else?
We steal from everyone else.
Sam and Palsgrave acquired 2 periaguas canoes and began their careers as pirates, with Sam in command and Palsgrave as his second. It was widely accepted wisdom that merchant captains should surrender to pirates rather than resist, and Sam used this to his advantage. He relied primarily on psychological warfare, utilizing warning shots, heavily armed boarding parties, and the familiar black flag to strike fear into his targets. Later, he would even strip those boarding parties naked but for their weapons, literally terrorizing his targets. Remarkably, there are no reports of Sam Bellamy ever killing or torturing the crews of the ships he took.
You've got skill, lad. And a level head. That's just the kind of man I need in my fleet. Will you sail with us?
If it's true what I've heard, that your men have equal pay and equal say, well, that's just the kind of fleet I need. We're in.
At Nassau in the Bahamas, Benjamin Hornigold and his men had established the first free republic in the New World, and Sam and Palsgrave fit right in. Each man on a ship was guaranteed an equal share of the spoils and a vote on any issues to arise. The pirates took particular glee in attacking slave ships and offered freedom to any captives who chose to join with them. Back on shore, they retained their voting rights, and this would complicate things for Hornigold.
Hornigold refuses to touch British ships. We're leaving money on the table every time we turn tail. I say, we don't owe the crown nothing.
I won't strike my countrymen. If that puts me in the minority, so be it. But I won't break my own code.
All for removing Captain Hornigold from command of the fleet?
Have it your way then, lads. We spare no one.
As commander of the fleet, Sam began his piracy in earnest. Like a man possessed, he took ship after ship. Low estimates place the number of his conquests at 53. Sam's fleet continued to rob by intimidation, sparing the lives and often the ships of his victims. Back in England, the merchants who owned those ships were growing alarmed. The nest of rogues attacked with impunity, disrupting trade, seizing cargo, and freeing captive slaves. In response, Sir Humphrey Morris commissioned a supposedly pirate-proof slave ship, the Whydah Galley. She was heavily armed with 18 cannons, lightning fast, and massive. To Bellamy, she was a prize too great to resist.
Lads, we're home.
Sam had reached the pinnacle of his career. He had the loyalty of his men, the most fearsome flagship the Caribbean had ever seen, and a fortune worth $175 million in modern money. In March of 1717, Sam captured the sloop of a Captain Beers and made a speech that would inspire brave men for centuries to come.
The lads have voted to sink your sloop, Captain. I'd just as soon take your treasure and leave you to it, but it is not up to me alone. Still, we're not that bad a lot. The only difference between us and your masters is that the rich rob from the poor under cover of law, while we steal from the rich by right of our own conscience. I'd rather be us than them, wouldn't you?
My conscience would never allow me to disobey the crown.
Is that so? Well, I'm a free prince, and I have as much authority to make war on the whole world as he who has 100 sailless ships at sea and an army of 100,000 men in the field. And this, my conscience tells me. Yeah! Palsgrave, my old chum, would you say we have enough gold to live like kings the rest of our lives?
And then some.
Let's get to it then. Mary's waiting for me.
On April 26, 1717, the Whydah was lost in a storm, along with all but 2 hands on board. It would be more than 2.5 centuries before any trace of the widow was seen again, but not according to legend. Some stories say Mary waited the rest of her life for Sam to return, slowly going mad. Others say that Mary recovered Sam's body from the shore and laid him lovingly to rest. Still others say he survived the shipwreck, stealing away in the early light of the next morning, claiming his beloved, and sailing off into the sunset.
He courted a girl with eyes like the moon, promised her riches but left too soon. With sails unfurled and a heart of fire, chased the wind and his own desire. Storm clouds brewing, sails are torn, a pirate's heart forever swore. Oh, black Sam Bellamy, rise and roar, steal the silver, steal the shore. With the waves as your crown and the stars your guide. Oh, black Sam Bellamy, rule the tide. The ocean took him in the dead of night. His ship went down in the